six-time champions.
A very good afternoon to you all, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Old Kampala Arena for the second game of the national playoffs here taking place. And this very interesting game is between Nemo Stars, perennial playoff players, and one-time, first-time perennial first-time players, Elyon Volleyball Club. It is going to be definitely an interesting game, considering the journey Elyon has taken to reach where they have reached, and the game is almost underway. I want to be bringing you the team sheets as they are, but before I do that, let me just run you through the referees. We do have the first referee, who shall be Felix Ntende. The second referee shall be Okello Patrick.
First men's playoffs, Serie A, National Volleyball League of Uganda.
And now for the teams as they have lined up today, let me start with Team Nemo Stars, who have been on this stage for quite a long time. We do have shot number 2, Okomo Smith. Shot number 3, Okwankunda Benon. Shot number 4, Bernard Malinga. Shot number 6, Zungu Fahad. Shot number 7, Taremwa Wellington. Shot number 10, Opendi John Bosco. Shot number 11, Mujinya Federico. Shot number 12, Tuanje Derek. Shot number 13, Apollo George Herbert. Shot number 17, and Onapa Joffrey. Shot number 18, Kato Emmanuel. And of course, libero is shot number 14, Ayevare Hape. The coach shall be Okapis Andrew, who is returning to the dugout. He will be assisted closely by Mwangizi Louis, a legendary player there for Nemo Stars, and also assisted by Coach Amao Tom, equally a legendary player. And for Team Elyon, the first timers in this business, their lineup is shot number 4, El Nino Patterson. Shot number 5, Madroma King Rogers. Shot number 6, Pamo Livingstone. Shot number 8, Atubait Emmanuel. Shot number 9, Ochom Emmanuel. Shot number 10, Opoya Williams, who is definitely going to be an exciting boy to watch. Shot number 13, Kisomose Dennis. Shot number 14, Owinjo Silva, another exciting prodigy. Shot number 15, Oluka Simon Peter. Shot number 16, Chihembo Matthias. Shot number 17, Okwi Lambert. The libero, shot number 1, Otoheri Arthur. Shot number 3, Samanya Moses Harrison. And for the starting lineups, as you can hear the announcement, Team Nemo Stars starts with Okumo Smith. It starts with Malinga Bena, shot number 4 in the middle. Shot number 7, Taremwa Wellington, another middle there. Shot number 11, Mujinya Federico, an amazing talent there. Shot number 12, Tuanje Derek, a receiver attacker who has recently found his way in the starting lineup for Team Nemo Stars. Shot number 13, and legendary player Apollo George Herbert, the team captain for Team Nemo Stars. And of course the libero there, Happy Ayevare.
Team Elyon.
And for Team Elyon, the starting is a team shot number 8 by Emmanuel. Just a 9, Ochom Emmanuel. Just a 10 there, Opoya Williams, very exciting young man that one. Just a 13, Chisomose Dennis. Just a 14, Owinjo Silva. Just a 17, Okwi Lambert, and the team captain. And the starting libero shall be Atohaire Arthur. The games are shortly starting. Let us enjoy volleyball.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first match for the men's playoffs 2025-2026 Serie A. We have 4 games today. After this, we'll be having the second match for the women. KCCA will be playing Sportless first match will be between Scottish men and KCC men. Enjoy volleyball.
Yes, we are underway, and let us keep those comments coming. I can see Coach Nason Bwesije saying that he's watching from Ntungamo Republic. How is Ntungamo? Send greetings. Magic Cash, Federico Ju, Jazz 11, and Dida Daniel saying we go boys. Masereka Daniel saying my boy Mujinya, shot number 11. Let us keep those comments coming. The game is underway. This game is going to be very, very interesting. Like I told you earlier, Elyon have had a very interesting journey from the last season up to now. And I personally believe that if it hadn't been for Silva getting injured and hampering his growth, this would have even been a more interesting game. But either way, he's on court. He has had very, very good improvements. So we expect the game to be interesting. Elyon, to reach this level, has beaten quite a number of teams, including the defending champions, that is Sportes Volleyball Club. They thumped them at Insambia 3-0. So they will not be an easy team to play, especially in this indoor arena where they surely know that they can be against all odds. And for team and Nemo Stars, it is not definitely the first time they are at this stage. They are very much used to this stage. They do have 6 titles to their name. They are looking for the 7th. And it will be interesting to see whether they will get that from Elyon. There is clear intent straight away from Ochom Emmanuel there as he drives that past that Nemo defense. Showing. And now we see beautiful, beautiful pass, that one. And what does Smith do? It's a beautiful block. And this time around, Derek does not make a mistake. He uses that block, dumps that ball, and it is a block out. It is good to see Elyon. It is good to see Elyon lining up that block, but it is going to be time to tell whether they can actually maintain that block against the experienced attack from Nemo Stars, and that is a service by Wellington. What do they do? Immediately Opoya jumps for a ball 5, hits that backward, but its speed is hampered by the net. Either way, he scores. The expectation is that we are going to see very many of these from Opoya. He loves hitting those balls in 5. And he has that good relationship with his setter. You can see him stretching his arms there, so he's definitely going to be hitting them. Nice piece. And Malinga does not find any resistance on the block. He drives that. If they let him do that, he's going to start pouncing them. He enjoys having a very good competition with the blocker. But if he doesn't find any, then Elyon will be in for a run. And Opoya strikes that against the national team captain, George Aporu. Yeah, you can see, very experienced block that one, but the young man clearly has his feet up in the air. I would be thinking that Nemo Stars, strategy-wise, would choose to leave that young man to hit and simply not allow anyone else to hit them. This time round, let us see. It's a very beautiful block against Malinga Bernard. They give him another bite at the cherry. This time round, he dumps, but it is going to be a free ball to Nemo Stars. And they push it to George. He chooses to dump, and the results, they get lucky here. There is a violation, a net violation. But clearly, they had failed to pass that not very experienced block of Elyon. The way George and his team are playing, it's like they are testing waters. They have not yet started hitting those balls really hard, but that is the expectation anyway. And Derek decides to put that away. A rope thoma lineup for Nemo. Nemo does have Tarema Derek does have Smith, does have Malinga, does have Federico, does have Tuanje Derek, Paul George. That is the starting lineup for Nemo, and of course Ayebare Hape. Onapa has not started this particular game. It must definitely be a technical change by the referee. Sorry, by the coach. And you can see Coach Okapis is back to the touchline. I want to know where he has been. Hopefully we can get an interview from him after this game. I've just been informed that he has had personal problems. He lost his mother, so he was tending to that family matter. That was a very beautiful hit off the block of Nemo Stars by Silva. You can see he's trying to recover his groove. Let me just hope and pray that he's recovering the groove at the right time. Ball is nicely picked up in 6. And what does Owinjo do? Owinjo does strike that through the diagonal, and the referee says the ball is out. The referee judges that the ball is out. What do we see from here? Well, it's very close, but from where I am seated, the ball is clearly on. It will definitely be an interesting challenge, but the ball is on from where I'm seated. It's actually very, very on. And of course, a challenge is requested by Team Elyon. Adieri is saying, Elyon, my boys. Ayesije Osma saying, Opoya will punish them diligently. And what decision? You can hear the noise from the fans. And that particular decision went the way of Elyon, even from what we were seeing here, the replays. Very nice hit, that one by Derek, looking for those hands. And Owinjo will not be happy with himself. Malinde Adam saying, bad news here at Zambia. The game between Nkumba and Chinawa has been forfeited. Nkumba 3-0. Chinawa is complaining it arrived just minutes after starting time, but they denied them. Interesting development, that one. George with the service. Nice piece by Opoya. An attempted hit in the middle. It is blocked. And what does Smith do? He pushes that. And it is a block. Happy failing to keep that in play. The points 6-6. Yes, you can see Federico there deciding that he didn't want to hit that ball. He chooses to dump and the boys see him. Okwi Lambert with the service. Smith pushes that. And it heads out. Federico not yet with the groove he's looking for. He is clearly trying to look for the hands, but the boys are hiding them. Lambert goes again, and this time round he drives that ball through the net. And immediately acknowledges that it is not a good thing he has done there. Now let us see what Federico does from the service. He replicates something similar. It goes away. Well, Elyon leading now 8-7. Usually men's games... Sorry, 9-7. And it's not a very good pass from Federico. It will be a free ball to Team Elyon. Picked up here by Owinjo, and the resultant backcourt is blocked by Willington. Yes, you can see the setter is clearly not happy with the ball he has set. I also observed that it was a little bit low for Opoya. He will need to work on that height for the ball. Opoya loves hitting them very high. It is a contradiction considering his height. But well, he defies nature. Wellington with the service. And that is now the fourth service that goes away for Team Nemo Stars. They will definitely need to improve on that. Some of these games are determined by those unforced errors. 10-8. It's a beautiful service, even better pass. And George watches closely, looks at those hands, and decides that he will not look at pinning that ball on court. He uses those hands, and it's a block out. Yeah, he did it against Opoya. Smith pushes that ball, and this time around Derek makes no mistake. Interesting hearing a fan shouting when Smith is going to serve that it's a free ball coming, and Smith makes sure he doesn't listen to him. Serves hard, discomforting the receiver, and the result is a free ball back to Nemo. This time around it's nicely picked, and Opoya hits that, but it's picked up by Happy. It will be a dump and a free ball to Elyon. What will they do? Beautiful, beautiful strike by Owinjo Silva. Oh my God, is he back to his best finally? Is he back? Like I told you, it is not going to be nice news for Nemo Stars if that young man is back to his best at this time. Brian Carson, you're saying video quality is gumite. Yes, that is the ST Media. They always provide quality. Smith looks for George. And George attempts to place that ball, is not successful. I don't know, George has not yet got into the groove. His team will need him to get in there. Mark Mailuk is asking where is Onapa. Onapa is on the bench. Onapa is on the bench. The coach determined that he will not start for whatever reason. Patience, Anabo. Oh, you are saying video quality is poor. No, you will need to enhance your resolution, Patience. Otherwise, the video quality is good. It is not buffering. Look, go into your settings. Look for quality, advanced settings, and you'll see how to change those settings. You actually go to settings, look for quality, look for advanced, and under there you'll choose. It's better to choose the second best because the highest may consume a lot of your data. Look for the second, which is 720. That is going to enhance your video quality, Patience. And as you can see, your colleagues here are saying picture quality Masavu. Yes, that is true. But keep those comments coming. We would like to know so that we improve. It is 12 points apiece as Derek heads for the service. Let us see what he does. He has put some in the net before. Let me hope he's not listening to me. This time around he makes no mistake. It's actually a very, very beautiful service. But I presume it will be a free ball back to Elyon. And what will they do? Malinga was clearly migrating to the side of Elyon. Yeah, you can see that. Clear net violation both on the block, even when he was landing. The young man Lambert caused him problems there. And it's a beautiful service and an S. And Elyon is now leading 14-12. Owinjo Silva with that service. He loves them when he's jumping. One of the very few jump servers Uganda is having right now. So I think every coach will definitely be encouraging him to serve them while jumping. Adieri is saying you're so scared for Silva since that bad injury. Well, he has recovered, and it is definitely part of sports. This time around, he puts it in the net. Mel Madut saying Nemo will win 3-1. You're watching from Coburg Playing Ground. Thanks for watching. Patrick, you're appreciating the quality of the video and the commentary. Thank you. Malinga with the service. It is nicely picked up, and what does the setter do? The setter makes no mistake, sends the ball to Opoya, who hits it hard against the hands of the captain of Nemo Stars, and the ball is out. Masereka is appreciating the block by Fede. Bwambale from Kasese as usual. Esther, you're saying let's go team Nemo Stars. What does Opoya Dao do with the service? Hits it really hard. It's picked up nicely by Happy. And it's a block out because the Elyon setter blocked and it went to the antenna. Let's keep those comments coming, but they ensure that they are very clean. Let us not insult anyone. Let us not abuse. They can easily be flagged by the YouTube, but I will also not read them in case they are abusive. Isaac Igune saying not just one of the best jump servers, but also consistent. I agree with you. That is true. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful hit, that one by Ochom Emmanuel, rising high up above Smith to drive that ball, and there's nothing Derek could do about it. Nice pick, and what does Smith do? He pushes that ball and it's blocked back. It will definitely be a free ball for Elyon, and they would definitely love to. Oh, I believe the setter got lucky on that one. He wanted to dump. He got lucky. But his luck has forced Nemo Stars to call for a timeout. Yeah, and Daniel saying the game hasn't ignited yet. I agree. The game is still a little bit cold. Both teams are trying to size up each other, but I believe the game will light up as we progress. Just as a way of reminder, we do have another ladies game coming up, and that will be a very interesting game between Sportes Volleyball Club and KCCA. Immediately after that one, we shall have another men's game coming up between still Sportes Volleyball Club and still KCCA. So you don't want to miss those two very, very interesting games. But we are here at the old Kampala Arena. As you saw from the communication on the UVF page, entrance is only 10,000 shillings. But in case you're far, you can choose to watch the game from the YouTube channel. Beautiful pick up, that one. And George hits that. Yeah, I don't see very many times you're going to block George when he's hitting that one backcourt. By the time you jump, you can see. Yeah, by the time you jump, he's seeing those hands. He's way, way, way further than the block.
Substitution by team Nemo Stars. 12 out, 17 in.
Yes, there's a substitution now. Finally, Onapa has been brought on. And it is Tuwanje Derek who has been substituted. And the referee says there was a net violation by Wellington. I really get shocked when players, let me see what happens. Yeah, clearly you can see there was a net violation as he was landing. Onapa with the first hit strikes that ball with his fingers, and he was praying against all hope that the ball lands on court. It did. You can see that. Yeah, the ball was almost going off court, but he got lucky there. Betty Nakandi, you're saying you're enjoying here while working. Nice commentary. Welcome. Beautiful, beautiful strike by Opoya in 5. Beautiful strike. Like I told you earlier, he's going to hit them. He's going to definitely hit those balls. He loves hitting those backcourts. Jumps quite high, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing Federico would do about that. Kwikiriza saying everything is good in terms of media services. Thank you so much. I'm a referee, Western Volleyball Association. Good to hear you speak. And it will be a free ball. Beautiful service, that one. And Opoya makes no mistake. Opoya makes no mistake. And it will be a second timeout by team Nemo Stars. The Soon, okay, says, I think both teams are still testing the water depth with one leg. I agree. Peter Miles saying Nemo, or Federica Batere Mwana White. You're speaking some Lunyoro there. Lunyoro Rotoro, one of the two. Agaba Elyon saying Elyon win 3-0. Wow. Very confident prediction, that one. Martin Mailuk, what is Okapis cooking? Put Onapa on court. Well, he had you correctly. Onapa is on court. Haruna, this backcourt, wow, yes, that young man, Opoya, loves hitting them really hard. And the way things are moving, it is now, by the way, 2016, even as Atubite Emmanuel heads for the service. So Nemo will definitely need to do something about this. Oh, the toss was clearly not a nice one. And the result by Ochom Emmanuel is that he hits that ball in the net. Andida Daniel wants to come for the sports game. Please do. Please do come. You're saying coldness. Well, we are also suffering from the same, but you can come. Smith with the service. He loves his floaters. It is nicely picked up, and what do? It's a very nice hit by Atubite Emmanuel through the middle. Beautiful hits. Yeah, going through that Malinga block. Malinga failed to join his hands. There is a substitution here. Smith is taken off and JB is brought on. Setter for setter. Timeout for them, and end of timeout now. The Nemo coach believes that Onapa is not not fit enough to serve. He reverses the substitution he made, and Tarema Derek shot number 12 will be serving in the place of Onapa. And the network has started misbehaving. Let us see if it is true, but I don't believe so. And wow, oh my God. Taremo, who has been brought on to serve, puts that in the net. Unbelievable things. Aesga Adam, enjoy. Just a 3, my fellow referee, well done. Team Elyon Jew. You mean Benon? I think the network is okay. I believe the network is okay. I have not received anything from the technical team to say otherwise. Beautiful, beautiful block, that one by Lambert. And clearly Elyon in the driving seat. Yeah, you can see, looked for those, stretch those hands. Yeah, the excitement from the young man there. Motegana Brand, it is true. Oh, let us see what to do about that. Owinjo Silva not getting lucky this time round, but there was power on that service. But like someone correctly said, he's a very consistent server, that one. So we shall accept, we can allow that this time around it was not good. Malinga now with the service. And he is also substituted. Fahad Zungu is brought on for the service in the place of Malinga. Direct substitution. What does Fahad Zungu do? He can serve them if he gets the rhythm, but now let us see if it is not a mistake from the coaching team. Yes, Adam saying network is fine. I also believe that is true. Fad makes no mistake. And Opoya equally makes no mistake. It is set point, Team Elyon. Opoya picked his ball and immediately went and attacked it off the block of Wellington. Not clearly the best blocker, but yes, it was a good hit by Opoya. And they are not yet getting the groove on the service. That is Opoya and Silva, and this time round Opoya puts that away in the net. It is now 20-24. Remember, this is a serious men's game. Anything can happen. Captain George with the service floats that. It is picked up, and what does Owinjo do? Owinjo looks for those fingers, and there we are. 25-20. Team Elyon taking the first set. I do hope that Nemo was only sizing up the opponent, because if they are going to play like this, they are in for a very, very serious ride. They have not. We are back with the second set, and Wellington underway with the service. Nicely picked up by Lambert. What does he do? Actually, not Lambert, sorry, by Ochom Emmanuel. Ochom puts that away. Brian Carson, network, no, I think the network is okay. Just adjust your settings. You'll be able to get a very nice picture. Network from our end is okay. I've just checked equally and it is okay. Opoya picks that one up. And this time around, the young man, just number 9, Ochom, makes no mistake of that 3-man block. He looks for those hands and it is a block out. Malinga has started hitting them really hard. My guess might have been correct that they were trying to size up the opponent they are going to face. And the resultant action is as you can see it. For Nemo Stars, of course, there was that change. Onapa is now starting. Onapa is starting ahead of Taremwa Derek. And for Team Elyon, no changes. So clearly, the coach has now decided that he needs to bring back. Of course, Nemo Stars is missing quite a number of players. Some injured, some busy and engaged. Smith with the service. It's nicely picked up. And what does the setter do? Chooses to dump. And he is the middle player there. Atobite is showed how it is done. Malinga using that very, very flexible wrist of his to put that away. And Dida, you're showing your very strong biceps. Winjo Stephen there, young man with a lot of passion for the game. This time round, Smith puts that away. Very, very uncharacteristic of him. Giving Elyon their second point of the set. Ochom Emmanuel with the service. Let us see what he does. He chooses to jump serve. And he goes out. Well, Elyon get lucky here. And they will now try to recover from that. And they do. Owinjo puts that away. George had served really nicely, but the ball was kept in play. And now Owinjo makes no mistake. Yeah, you can see from the replay there, Malinga chooses to block without watching. He simply raises and puts his arms there. He would want to watch and be more happy. Picks that one up. Malinga makes sure the ball does not return. Lil P, Tamara is saying the game is slow. Well, I think the boys are still fearing each other. Nicely picked up, and Opoya was looking for those hands of Onapa, does not get them, drives that ball out. I'm sure if they make that mistake again of giving him one block, they're not going to like it. Malinga goes for the service. Looks for Opoya. Opoya receives. And it is a beautiful block, but there was a net violation on the block, according to the referee. Let us see. Nemo does not agree. They call for a challenge. Video challenges have brought some serious excitement to the game. Yeah, you can see clearly from the replay there was a clear net violation. Yeah, you can see the arms there. From where I'm watching, there, you have it. There was a clear net violation. And Elyon succeeds with that challenge. The video challenges are a clear replacement for the line referees, and that explains why you're not seeing them. And those were 4 hits clearly by Wellington. And Team Elyon is now playing catch-up. 5-6, Owinjo with the service. He's clearly going to jump serve. The expectation from his team is that the ball goes over. He chooses not so much power. And Federico uses that block of Lambert, who had clearly not closed off the block, and the ball goes through. Oh, the ball hit the belt first. Yeah, the belt. There was some beautiful luck there. Ball hit the belt first before landing on court. Opoya is blocked, and the resultant play from Lambert is equally blocked. Yeah, you can see that. Block back to the net and onto the play. Onapa with his second service of the day. He chooses to jump serve. And it is a beautiful, beautiful service. It's an ace. But before the rules change, Onapa will be taking that point. In the new rules that are being suggested, if that ball hits the roof, it can be brought back into play. And Nemo there with their ceremonial signature celebration. Onapa with the third service. He so far has an ace. He goes still for the jump service. This time around he reduces on the power. It's a terrible service there. A terrible set from the Elyon set of the young boy. It is nowhere close to Opoya. Opoya making no attempt to even pass that ball over because it was very, very close to the net. Opoya goes for the fourth. Onapa increases power this time round. Beautiful hit from Silva Owinjo. Beautiful, beautiful hit. Nice decision by the setter. You can see that. Yeah, looks for that line. Dodges Wellington away from the libero, and it is on court. Opoya now has an opportunity to redeem his team by immediately serving and defending well. He chooses an equally not so, and it's a beautiful block by Lambert. And the referee says there was a net violation. Let us see. Well, it's a very, very close one. But there was no contestation from Team Elyon. The resultant service by Federico heads out. He's not having it very good at the service. Lambert, shot number 17. Lambert Okui, beautiful service. Smith pushes that. He looks for George in 4, and as you know, the experience George has, he will definitely just use those hands. Yeah, he uses that short block. 13-13, the ball heads out. He's not using a lot of energy on that. He simply wants to score. Wellington gets that S. Beautiful service, that one.
Substitution by Team Elyon.
Elyon
out, 4 in.
Change in setters, 13 off, 1 in. Actually 4 in. Nino Patterson is brought on. Wellington this time round is not successful at the service. Michael Odong saying the network is misbehaving. Michael, let us see what to do about that network. I think you may need to adjust a few things about your gadget. There's a contestation here. Malinga believes there was a net violation, but George does not believe so, so the game is continuing. Malinga continues the route in the middle. He's enjoying himself right now. Yeah, very close to Atobite. Usually when George does not complain, he's not lying. But Brian Carson saying Odong is lying. It is. And Onapa puts that beautiful back set away. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. It goes way beyond, but you can see he's doing it with a lot of discomfort. And now Elyon is forced into a timeout. Sadat Onyu, you're saying Elyon is simply struck. Wow, they're almost asking for autographs from Nemo Boring game, short of a playoff game. My brother, Toko Vienyo. Well, I wouldn't blame them. It is their first time in playoffs, so it is understandable. It is their first time, so it is understandable. Let them enjoy the moment. There is a first time for everything, so they are enjoying that one. Is this Elyon that played the first set? Yes, it is. Things happen. Things happen. This is games and sports. Smith Okumu with the service as Nemo Stars do lead 16-9. A very comfortable lead, that one. And it's nicely picked up. Executed in the middle by Atubai, finding Okumu there, but Okumu fails to keep that ball up. And as you may want to expect, it is now 10-16. Ochom with the service. He chooses the jump service. It is nicely picked up by Happy. And it will be a free ball because Malinga failed to execute that. There was a miscommunication there between Smith and his middle player, Malinga. Malinga there arriving quite late for that ball. Yes, it was a quite discomforting service there to George. You could see Smith stretching to ensure that he puts that ball in the middle for Malinga, but well, he puts that away and they are 17-11 up now. It will be a free ball now. What will they do? This time round, Opoya chooses power and he finds a very good block waiting for him. Good combination there by Onapa and Malinga. Jafar saying Nemo versus Elyon, second set below half kilo. Oh. Yeah, you can see the decision there by the referee. It's an overpass. He attempted to be clever by a half. And now we do have a substitution. Team Elyon. Opoya is being taken off. That's shot number 10. Number 5, Madroma King Rogers is being brought on. And what do we have here? Atubite Emmanuel. He'll go for the jump service. He puts too much power on it, and the result is that it heads out. 20-12 it will be for Team Nemo Stars in the driving seat. They seem to have gone back to the drawing board, corrected a few things, and now Elyon does have another substitution. Ochom out, Pamu Livingstone is brought on in the receiver attacker role. Let us see what he does against Malinga's service. Nicely done, picked up well. And Silva puts that away against the hands of Federico. That young man is enjoying his game time. Yeah, you can see the hands were there, but Silva was very much aware to that fact. Beautiful hit, that one. Elyon attempting to reduce that lead, and I highly suspect that should Nemo fail to side out on this one, they will definitely call for a timeout. I hope Silva also has other ideas from the service. Nicely done by Happy, and what does Nemo do? Onapa drives that through the diagonal, and there's nothing, no contestation, no block, no defender for that one. Beautiful hit, that one from Onapa. He's enjoying his time ever since he went to Nemo Stars. He's one of the other people who would like to know how he has been able to adopt. Free ball to Team Elyon, but is it a free ball? It is not. It is not well picked up by the libero, and they do take advantage of it. And contrary to what I had predicted earlier, it is now a second timeout for Team Elyon, and you can see the reserved composure there by the Elyon coach. He simply does not know what to tell his players. This is the dilemma most coaches get into. You train the players something different and they are playing something different. Well, things do happen on court, they change. But he will definitely want to encourage his players to pick those balls up, to defend quite well. But he doesn't have forever to do that. So we are back from that timeout.
Substitution by Team Elyon. 4 out and Team E.
Substitution there. Shot number 4 is brought off, and shot number 13 brought on. Onapa with the service. Beautifully picked up. And the resultant attack is blocked by the Nemo team. quite close to the net. I don't think the attacker was very comfortable. But now it is Onapa's turn, and he hits that really hard in the service. And this time round, there was a slight miscommunication, but Lambert puts that away through the middle. Madroma heads for the service. The ball slightly touches the net on its way, and Willington makes no mistake against the shot blocker. Latigo saying waiting for set 3. This is done, and it is of course a set point for team. And there we have it. End of the second set. Is now 1 set apiece. A lot of talking points for Team Elyon. Service, reception not working for them as it had previously. And you can see the coach of Elyon emphasizing certain things for his setter. He's clearly saying, you are letting us down. But anyway, let us return for the third set. We do return for the third set. Nemo does maintain their starting lineup. The same happens to Elyon. But the young man there, the setter, puts that ball away in the net. not a good way to start a set you want definitely to win. And what do we have here? We do have a block out from that combination between Atubai and Ochom. Smith with the service. Ekadu saying Nemo to win no matter what. I like the confidence. It will be a free ball to Nemo Stars. Wow, and Malinga makes no mistake through the middle. Strong dump that one. I'll call it a dump anyway. He rises, jumps up, and uses that very flexible wrist of his. And Smith enjoying the service currently is discomforting Elyon here. And it's a beautiful block, that one from Malinga. Like I had predicted, Elyon will definitely have to improve on their passing game. They must improve on their passing game. If they don't, the game is as good as dusted, just like some people are predicting. Fourth service by Team Nemo. Nicely picked up this time round. Nice hit through the middle. It is blocked. They have another opportunity, and this time round, Elyon make no mistake through the middle. Opoya hits that really hard, but there's a net violation. Malinga is called for a net violation. Atubai with the service. He goes for the jump service. It's more or less a jump floater. And it's a beautiful block from the attempt Malinga was going for. Atubai with the block. It is actually Ochom with the service. 2-4. Ochom. This time round puts too much power on it and it heads out. Another unforced error there. They need to learn, these young boys, that at this level, you need to reduce on the unforced errors. You need to. You need to make sure you pass that ball very well. You need to make sure you serve. But well, they will also tell you that George has just done it. George serves in the net. 3-5, and let's see what they do now. Oh my God. Atubite is simply not listening to what we are saying, not a single word. Now, Malinga, let me hope we are not headed for a drill in serving out and through the net. Malinga makes no mistake. Beautiful, beautiful back set, but the resultant hit is blocked. Owenjo there landing and making people's heart skip. Malinga with the second bite at the cherry. Nemo extending their lead now 7-3. They look to summarize this particular one quite early. And things not going the way of Elyon right now. Their main attackers are not really turning up. Opoya puts that away. He saw the hands, tried to dodge them, and the result was that the ball headed out. And Dida is wondering what this is. I am also wondering. What do they do now? Do they redeem themselves? They do. Opoya with a beautiful hit. And they side out immediately. Owinjo now with the service. Muhwezi Asimwe is saying Nemo is done with experimenting. I agree. They were clearly sizing up their opponent in the first set, but now they have realized they do have to up their game. But now I think the first win for Elyon went into their heads, and they are now failing to recover. Good hit by Federico, but it is blocked, and they do have now the opportunity at the free ball. And what does Onapa do? He almost dumps. Well, the rally is not ending, and this time round Federico puts good power to it and makes sure the ball does not return. Kagasa Elyon saying, "Era summarize, we go to the next." These young boys need to be excited in whatever they are doing on court. They are losing points in service. This stage needs concentration. I agree with you, Luswata Frank. 9-4 Onapa with the service. He's going to jump serve. Beautiful. Whoa. And Wellington is beaten at the blocking game there by the young setter. And you can see he's acknowledging that it is his mistake. Nice pick by the team captain, George, and even better hit by Wellington to compensate for what he has just done. Muhezi Asimwe is saying, is that fireworks over energy? Well, one of the two. And did Elyon back to factory settings. Good observation. I hope they don't remain in the factory settings. (10-5). Federico with the service. Hit off the block, and definitely Nemo will punish. They do. Smith makes no mistake, sends that ball to George, who against the short block makes no mistakes. He puts that on the line. Lil Pai Tamara saying, well played, Nemo. Nice pass. What do they do with that one? The ball is sent to the backcourt for Opoya, who hits it off the block of Wellington, and it heads out. Atuhaire Bernard is wondering why there are no line referees. I have just explained that we do have video challenges, so they are working where the referees are not. They are able to see some of the things that the line referees would have seen. Yeah, that is the reason. We do have line challenges. We do have cameras for the lines. We do have cameras on the net. There are eyes all over. King Solo streaming live from Iran. You're lying. Wellington heads to the service, and it is now 12-6. Nemo leading. They want to summarize this game the way I see, and if Elyon does nothing about it, they have chosen to do something about it through Owinjo Silva as he drives that beautifully past George. Nice pass by Federico, and George does his revenge against Owinjo, and you can hear his scream from even afar as he's celebrating. The Nemo fans are now clapping emphatically to encourage their team. Beautiful service by Smith. It will be a free ball to team Nemo Stars, and they will definitely punish. Oh my word, my God. Malinga puts that away. He had an opportunity to bury that through the middle. He chooses to look for the longer angles, and it heads out. And now the referee calls for a rotation, a violation. Oh, the referee saying there was a violation. Oh, referee, the second referee is saying when Elyon was going to serve that ball, Nemo were not in position, in proper positions, and they are disagreeing. They are disagreeing. But the referee sticks to his point, and the point goes the way of Elyon. Well, they do recover from that quickly, and they side out. It is now 14-9 as Opoya violates the net. Mwezi Yasimwe says, I feel like we are watching some training. Mwezi saying the referees have failed to understand that rotation. Well, that is your opinion, but the referee decides to stick with it. It's a beautiful, beautiful block from that combination between Onapa and Malinga. 15-9. The speed at which the set is getting summarized is quite unprecedented. But that decision by the referee on calling that rotation will definitely be one of the talking points of the game, especially when the conversation about referees resumes, because that conversation has been around for quite some time. Okello Maxwell watching live from Odrama Chakol, Congo. And you people. It is good to know you are in Congo. Bring for me some gold and diamonds. Nice pass by Happy, and the ball is set for the middle player Malinga, and he makes no mistake against the youngster Lambert for Nemo to extend their lead to now 16. Mark my look. I think you agree with me. Let the man send some gold. That attack finds Onapa clearly not in the game. He fails to keep that ball in play. Ruyombia Javira saying, where are the heavy services we normally see in training? Well, you will ask that question when you meet in training. Nice pass from Happy. Beautiful, beautiful pass. And Onapa makes no mistake, even when he elicits a net violation from Opoya. The debate about the current best liberos is going to be an interesting one. With the way Happy is playing, well, we are yet to see Agaba coming up and Nabanji, Sharif. Those are quite very many interesting talking points on the liberos. First time out by Team Elyon, even as they trail 11-17. ISJ Osman saying Elyon gave us beautiful services in that set, then disappeared. I agree. George Williams saying there's pressure. I think that is, you're responding to Lyombia concerning his question on services. Yeah. Yeah, services have been quite a factor here for Elyon. They had very good ones in the first set, but the resultant sets, they have not turned up on the services. They're also struggling with their passes, so they will definitely need to improve those. End of the timeout. The coach there believing that he has done his part, and he believes that his charges will definitely seek to improve that, even as Onapa heads for his second service. What does Onapa do? He puts that through the net. Ramwanja saying you can't compare Sharif to Happy. Well, like I told you, it is an interesting debate that is going on in very many circles, even as we are waiting for the national team to be selected. So it is good to know that for you, you believe Sharif cannot be compared to Happy. Jafal saying fourth set below half kilo. George puts that away through the backcourt. Kataba Aziz watching from Mbarara. How is Mbarara? Is it as cold as it is here? Listen and advice. Watching from Washington. Motoleke namwe, motoleke. Isaiah Agava Elyon is making us suffer in this cold weather. Sorry about that. Not a nice pass from the libero. And an even better block from Nemo Stars. And now it is 18-9. It is 18-12, sorry, 18-12. Federico with the service. Let us see what he does. Wow, he gets an S. He gets an S. He had put quite some power on that. He prayed and believed that the ball would pass. It did after his prayers were heard. Nemo Stars have Elyon on one set on transport refund. Jaffa, let us see what now Federico does. He tries to maintain the power. This time around it doesn't go past the net. ISCJ saying Elyon's cover is lacking. Quite many things are lacking for Elyon right now. And they definitely, but they do have a chance to redeem themselves. They do have 2 sets to go after this one. Nice pass. Very, very good service, that one. Discomforting Nemo receivers. And as you can see, the result is that it went over. Beautiful pass by Happy. Free ball to Elyon. Oh, short ball there for Opoya. George will definitely make no mistake. He makes no mistake on that. He likes punishing those. He enjoys punishing those. Wellington with the service. Nicely picked up by Opoya. And what does he do? He puts that away. It's interesting to see a young man picking up his balls and he's given the same balls to hit them. I love that. The consistency. Amuhezi Asimwe, it is a must that a national team select should come from only Serie A. Okay, Muhezi still saying over the so-called premium clubs. Jafar saying Nemo training is for ACC. Well, we will see. We shall all be in Chigali, so we will see about that. There was that attempt by the young man to drop serve that ball, and the result is punishment from Malinga. Jafal saying the defending champions will have to apologize this season going forward. Well, the last result last weekend says otherwise. The defending champions did beat up on Team Nemo, so you might want to take that back. Even as now Nemo Stars do lead this third set 23-15. kulwala. (23). Yes, some substitutions here.
9 out.
9 out, 6 in. That is Ochom out, Pamo in,
Out, 5 in.
Opoya out, Madroma in. I think the Elyon coach resting his charges, preparing for the next set, especially Opoya. The ball is kept in play, and Smith makes no mistake, but George, the attempt by George off that block is taken back to the Nemo territory, and of course it's now 16-23. Ramwanja saying even the second libero is too good, man. Well, well, well. That conversation is going to continue for quite some time until we see the national team selection. Onapa gives Nemo the much needed set point.
Set point by team Nemo.
And usually the experienced George would want to go for an ace service here to conclude the set. Let us see what he does. Well, 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 it goes out instead. Ramanja believes that KCC has the best libero in Uganda. Well, like I told you, it is an interesting conversation we are having, so keep them coming. The attack has just landed here. Interesting banter there by Listen and Advise. Now let us see what Atubai does with the service. He also chooses to put that away and conclude the third set. And now quite a number of talking points for team Elyon. Matters reception, matters service. They do need to cover those balls that are landing in places that they ordinarily would want to pick them from. And of course, some slight improvements from the setter. Too many talking points for them, but let us return for the fourth set. We are back for the fourth set. Nemo takes us underway with the service. It is Wellington, big wheel. It will be a free ball. No, nice hit that one by Silva, and the referee judges that there was a net violation from the captain. Adieri saying all eyes on the national team selection. Jafal, Nemo Stars is going to supply the majority of the boys to the national, the majority to the national team. Well, wait to see. Listen and advice. What's the number of players required for national team? Yes, Adam, this game is so boring. Those are your observations. Keep them coming even as we play this fourth set. 1 point apiece, but Nemo leading the sets now 2-1. The national team selection is coming, so just wait for that. But before we do wait for that, we do have ACC happening in Kigali from the 20th of April. Beautiful service from Smith. It's picked up nicely, and another net violation. George, the captain, does not complain. He does not complain. I love that from experienced players. You know you have made a mistake or an error, you just acknowledge it and we move on to the next. Don't you forget that immediately after this game we do have a ladies game coming up, and that is between Sportes ladies and KCCA ladies. It is a repeat of the last game, league game that happened, where KCCA did beat up on Sportes in straight sets. And so Sportes will be looking to redeem themselves and to show us that that loss did not get into their heads. 2-2. George with the service, nicely picked up. What do they do? Beautiful back set to Owinjo. He puts that very powerful attack out. Yeah, I love the way he turns. I love the way he turns. I'm sure there will be a confirmation. It is not there, it doesn't come. Opoya hits that block, the ball is in play. And you know something about George. George does not have free balls, and you can see from there. He's ensuring that the ball turn. I would really love to have a conversation with, of course, Okapis, to know where he has been, how prepared he was for this game, and of course the Elyon coach. Even now, as Atubai puts that ball away through the middle. But I'd also love to talk to Onapa on his adaptability in Nemo and how he's loving the game. And of course the young man Owinjo Silva, his recovery journey. Those are the conversations I want to have with these people, and I hope to do so after the game. What do we have? Referee says there was a violation on the service. As George was serving, they say he stepped on the line, and so that will be challenged. That will be challenged. Someone was asking why we don't have line referees. Now this is where the challenge comes in. And for the challenges, we also do have a referee who sits where the cameras, where the video is watched. So he passes on communication to his colleagues, and but we also have a screen in the area, so when it is being repeated, everyone is watching clearly. And as you can see from there, you can see that there was no service violation. It wasn't there. You can see from there. Unless they are considering any other line apart from the white one. But if it is the white one, there was no violation. Adieri is saying, is telling listeners that that won't be fair. Even when George is on that UVF committee, teams have good players so far. All eyes on UVF. You're saying all players, national team players, shouldn't come from one team. Opio, Eric, Alfred saying Okapis lost his mom and dad in the same week. Oh, so sad to hear that. So sad to hear that. Terrible, terrible for him. Beautiful block, that one, from the combination between Malinga, Bernard and Onapa. Beautiful. Yeah, you can see it went off the hands of Malinga, that one. They are clearly finding a solution for Onapa, for Opoya. The young man, the high jumper. We have contestation on the scores. It is 6-2, not 6-3. Happy they are caught flat-footed. Couldn't keep that ball up. Beautiful attack through the middle of Lambert. And Nemo Stars now have serious intentions to summarize the game in this particular set. Oh, good defense there from the Elyon libero, but he does not succeed. Malinga Bernard with the service as Nemo lead 8-4. Nicely passed, and the ball is sent to Opoya, who is brought down again now. This time around, the combination between Onapa and Big Will. In Nemo Stars currently enjoying themselves, but it is all not rosy in the camp of Elyon, and now it is evident they are making the substitutions. Shot number 13 is being brought on for shot number 4, and shot number 5 is being brought on for Opoya. Unprecedented, unbelievable. Opoya is being taken off. Ramanja saying the score is now, it is actually 9-4 now. It is 9-3. 9-3, the scores. Yeah, but we could as well just maintain it now. 4-9. And now, just to respond to listen and advice, they usually summon about 22 players who go into camp, but the finalist usually has about 14 players. So yeah, they will have I think 3 opposites in there. They'll have 2 middle blockers, 2 liberos, they'll have 2 setters, they'll have 4 receiver attackers. Yeah, usually something like that, but it's usually 14. Yes. Body's up, and nicely picked up by Onapa. What will they do? Push to, and this time round still Federico chooses the hands, and Silva says enough is enough. Listen and advice is asking for updates from Onsambia. They are going to be coming. Uh, 6-10, Elyon chasing. 6-10, Elyon chasing. Haruna saying, come on Elyon, we need a decisive man accountability. Our money, I know. But George clearly has other ideas. George clearly has other ideas. He can mean to be a menace, by the way. He can mean to be very, very disrespectful if you play around games. He loves to hit those. Like I told you earlier, he doesn't have a free ball for him. He doesn't know what a free ball is in his vocabulary. Federico puts that service away. And now it's a 4-point lead. It is something that is manageable for Elyon. They can definitely pull that away. Lambert with the service. He will choose, well, very nice service, that one. Discomforting George. But like I told you, he has no free ball in his vocabulary. He drives that. And they now want a challenge. They believe there was a touch on that ball on its way out. What do we have? What does the video challenge say? I can see people have started predicting here the national team call-up. They are saying happy for Nemo. Roswata saying Federico Nedda. Well. Let us see what the challenge says. Ekado believes this is the last set. You guys, you must be the ones bewitching Elyon. You Ekado. Ekado Billy Roots. Should be coming from either Soroti or Kumi. But I won't be surprised if he says Katakwi or something. And I think Nemo Stars are winning the way they are clapping. Elyon wins the challenge. Elyon does win the challenge. Yeah, you can see from that replay there was no touch. There was no touch as George was claiming. But this is the beauty about the challenges, is that you will get an opportunity to evaluate them. Not a very nice pick from wow. In miscommunication here from the team. They did have an opportunity to redeem themselves. Look at that. The youngsters simply failed to speak to one another. Oh my God. Masereka Daniel saying Federico is off form today. Mosinguzi James, 5th set is coming. Let us see what Elyon does to ensure that happens. Silva has other ideas. He thinks that it will end here. Wellington heads for the service south 13-8. I told you George does not have free balls in his mind. That is one word that he erased from his vocabulary. Owinjo Silva is now also brought off. Pamo Livingstone is brought on. Now, as we speak, Team Elyon does not have its two very key players, that is Opoya and Owinjo Silva. I think there was immense pressure on them, and they have failed to deliver according to the expectations of the coach. 15-8. Not a really particularly good pass, and as you can see, the setter will definitely want to correct that. Elyon coach is saying something. Will he call for a challenge? He does call for a challenge. It does call for a challenge. Someone is inquiring whether Mose is warming up for the game or is still for it. Well, I've not seen him around, but I'm sure he is going to be around. Musingozi is saying block a full-set block. Gumin Malil is saying you will wait for tomorrow's game. They will wait for tomorrow's game. Okay. Listen, advice combination of Malinga and Opa has frustrated Opoya. Yeah, it did. It did frustrate Opoya, and he was taken off eventually. We await the results of the challenge. You know, with the challenges, you have to be very, very, very patient. Oh, is there an overreach there from Redman? Or is there a net violation from the youngster, the setter there? Yeah, you can see there was a net violation. There was a net violation, and the Elyon coach is immediately informed that he has one challenge left, but that won't change the tides as it seems, because there was an S from Big Will, who is now headed for his third service. Ogwan Crespo is wondering whether we could get updates from Zambia. Well, I don't know who to ask about Zambia, but when I get the updates, I'll definitely inform you. Let me get someone to get me the updates from Zambia. When I do get them, I'll definitely tell you what is happening there. You can see the Elyon coach here having a very, very passionate conversation with his setter. He is clearly telling him he is the one supposed to change this. 17-8, 9-point lead. I do not see Nemo relinquishing that lead. They haven't done that, especially against a side such as that of Elyon. Probably if it had been another opponent, but against Elyon, I don't think so. But well, we are in the world of sports. Beautiful, beautiful service from Wellington, and it will be a free ball to Nemo Stars. And like I told you, that ball will definitely, they get punished for that. Yeah. Nemo now further extending their lead after the youngster shot number 9, Ochom Emmanuel, scratching that ball. And Wellington is not relenting with those services. He's hitting them really hard. Nice pick from Onapa, and the resultant attack by Malinga is even better. Yeah, the body speaking on behalf of Elyon. They clearly are letting this set go. They are letting this game go. You can see it from the way they are playing. Nemo Stars now bringing on veteran player Kato Emmanuel. He has had quite a number of teams he has played for, including Sportes, Ndeje University. Even this is his second stint, by the way, at Nemo. He's simply returning. And the Nemo coach deciding that Emma Kato should have an opportunity to play. Team Elyon having their own substitutions. Atubai is taken off, and Oluka Simon Peter is brought on in that middle position. Wellington now gives an opportunity to Elyon to side out when he puts that service away. (9:20) are the scores. Will it be a free ball? It instead goes away by that attempt from Emakato. But it should have simply been a free ball, and so that he gives his teammates an opportunity to defend that one. He doesn't. (21-10). Smith heads for the service. Nemo is something else when it reaches playoffs. They don't joke. Well, you can say that again. 3 years now they have not won that title. And now Smith starts with an S, discomforting the libero who chose to tip that ball, overlay it, and it does so not so convincingly, and he immediately gives way to his the second libero. That is Jazz, actually it's the first libero, Jazz number 1, Arthur Atuheire. And Smith was looking for the libero who had just come on, but this time around he went out. 11-22. Nemo Stars needing only 3 points to close this particular game. But Elyon still pushing on. Nice pick by Federico. And the resultant emergency set there by Happy goes out. Don't forget, we do have 2 games coming up. Sporters KCCA in the ladies category and still Sporters KCCA in the men's category. But like I told you, we'll have conversations with both coaches to see what they think about this game and the results they are in. Even as Elyon continues with the party of serving out, it has done them no good. They are now losing, not the way they had anticipated. 23-12, George with the service. Nicely picked up, and what do? The ball is out. Madroma there drives that out, and it is now match point team Nemo Stars. And it's a free ball to team Elyon. What do? Madroma decides to end the game, and there we have it. 3-1 team Nemo Stars taking the first game in this best of 3 series. If Nemo Stars do win against Elyon tomorrow, it will be the end of Elyon's journey. Let us have these conversations with the referees.
and I would like to hear from him. He did have a very good set, first set. What happened? 3 sets after you were not turning up. Your charges were not turning up. What happened? The boys, they were down, and so they failed to pick up. Nemo Stars played a very slow game, and they helped them to play the game, to play that slow game, and so we wouldn't handle it. Elyon is getting, and the boys failed to realize that, and they didn't listen to my instruction. But we still have a game tomorrow. I'm quite sure that it may be a different game tomorrow. So you believe there are so many things you're going to change? Because I did see services were not coming up for Elyon, reception was not. I did see you having a lot of conversations with your setter. Are these some of the things you want to talk about when you go back home? Yeah, the set, they made a lot of errors. We may not see as people who are watching, because for them, it is not all about raising the ball up. You are raising that ball to where, to who, against who. You must look at the block, you must look at the person who is going to convert the ball. And we look at the set. We don't just look at the ball coming up, just giving everyone on court. There should be a master owner of the court. Not everyone that should be given the ball at a time that we need to score. So the set has really contributed a big loss that we had today. But we shall talk to them as the younger boys. We shall compose ourselves. Tomorrow may be a good game. Okay, hard luck, coach, and wish you all the best tomorrow. Thank you.
Time.
Okay, I do have now Coach Wakapis. Congratulations on your win, the first win.
Thank you so much.
You have not been around. Where have you been? People are wondering. They have been asking me.
It's a long story. I've been managing a family issue, but finally I'm back. They don't need to wonder. At least there was somebody standing in with we're managing the situation.
Okay, so you have won against Elyon the first time they are appearing in the playoffs. You did lose the first set. What did you tell your charges after losing that first set?
In the first set, we beat Gitare, and I had an issue. I made a lineup that maybe didn't work. I was trying to experiment it. That I beat myself for it. However, when we switched into the second and third, fourth, the team seemed to have formed and they played their game.
Are you excited about how your boys are playing so far?
Personally, I'm not, because there's a lot that needs to be fixed. The tempo is so low. The output I had anticipated, because I've been with them just for a week from the time I came back. There's a lot I've seen. So there's a lot we're going to have. We're going to have a conversation with them. We need to correct so many areas.
I thought as a matter of strategy, you determined the tempo of the game. Is it something you didn't determine? It came up without your input?
As a matter of strategy, we determine the tempo of the game correct. However, this is not what I had anticipated.
on.